this time. I think they'd be very comfortable taking into the late game. First time we've seen Weeha on puck this tournament, and it's actually at least one of the heroes that's not TA or Wind Ranger that can do quite well in this scenario.
I'm interested to see like how they then put the lanes together from VG Gaming side. So like if you feel like Weeha is going to be good, you know he's going to be in the mid lane. Does the Lina match up? Okay, that's going to be great, but how long do you keep these matchups? What's the effect you're looking for from the Warlock as well as the Rubik? We're seeing so many tri-lanes is kind of where I'm moving with this eventual point that I will gain. Like, how does VG now try and change the pressure up? Do they go back into tri-lane? Do they let the Doom have a free lane against Centaur, knowing how well that may not work? We've seen it from Liquid before. Like Doom just maxes up Devour. He's like, I'm always going to be good.
It's true, and I think that's what you'd probably look to do as VG. You want your Doom to be able to scale. The Paparazzi Troll matches up a lot better against Arc Warden than, say, the Ramses Terrorblade did. You have that ability to dive forwards. Arc Warden doesn't really like buying MKB, so you get on top of him with the Whirling Axes and severely negate his damage output. It's going to be about the long fights for Liquid. I really like Phoenix as a matchup against Warlock. It's similar to an Undying, where you provide this anti-area control team fight, and it's also a way to remove the Fatal Bonds off of the Phoenix when he pops the egg. You're going to look to target Ori as Team Liquid because he's not just the big egg killer, he's also the squishiest hero as far as cores are concerned.
Yeah, does that actually like feel good with Ori? Like over on that Lina pickup, like we were discussing a couple of different options that they could have run in towards the mid too. And that was not one of them. It's not like we has to go and block a lane or fight with anybody else. You can get the entire crowd to clap along with his drum.
Priorities.
Yeah, come on. Block up. Lock up the lane. Had that nice battle against it. It feels classic. It feels classic. I almost hope our observer just watches this. But VG Gaming are bringing their 3 to the top. It will be Miracle and GH to repel them. And with double Spark Race, triple Spark Race, it's like an undead rave party right there, and Miracle will take the room. But that means there's 3, as there was no contest for the bottom. The Doom was nowhere near it.
Yeah, they don't want to give away their lanes on Vici. It's very important they get the tri-lane versus tri-lane scenario. You don't want to be in a position where Miracle's free farming on Arc Warden as a no-go.
Well, they're going to get the tri-lane. Kuro's making his way up there now. And they already see the reveal on bottom, so it is most definitely a Doom versus Centaur. That's a snooze fest right there. It's going to be farm.
But as you said, especially if Yang goes for the Max Devour build, it certainly favors the Doom. They'll just be able to passively out-farm Fatal Bonds harass.
Yep, welcome to the lane with the Fade Bolt as well. Like, this is just some easy bounce around damage, and you're 48 seconds into the game on the first wave, and GH is already in South territory.
Yep. This is a very difficult lane for Liquid.
How does GH even play that? Like, you want to consume your life, and then it's like, well, I have no life. Nice phase shift from Puck. Watch that for a split moment, and that's where, like, Puck is the most elusive of all. And why you start to question a little bit the pickup of the Lina.
It's just a nice... It fills the gaps in the Vici lineup. They want a bit more burst. They want some follow-up. They want someone to kill the egg. And it allows you to burst down Miracle's Arc Warden, more importantly. I wouldn't be surprised to see Ori go for the more Spellcaster Lina style, you know, the Aether Lens, Yules, maybe an Ags. Okay. Just burst down Miracle as fast as possible, even through BKB.
Is that sustainable, though, once the clones start getting bigger?
They did, just because, you know, we've seen Miracle build a couple times. There's Midas, Bots, Maelstrom, Shadowblade. It's not as if he's itemizing for tankability, and Arc Warden really never, he's just not that kind of hero.
They're really trying to hit into Paparazzi. It's like, well, okay, force out the Fatal Bonds. Miracle is the only hero caught by that, which is probably the best case scenario for Team Liquid on this top lane. If you can get a Fatal Bonds out where your supports aren't getting ripped apart in life.
So annoying to play against.
And Puck is not a healthy boy either. Back to the tier 2 tower to salve up. That's Lina really getting up in the face of Weeha. 11-2 versus the 7-3.
It's one of the best heroes for a Phoenix to gank mid for, though. That's what makes this combination so nice, is that you, at a point, Weeha's going to get 6, and it's way easier for him to kill Ori than vice versa. Very skill-based matchup, though. I definitely lost to the Puck when I was playing against Dendy back at TI5. But that was a long time ago.
Hey,
I also don't know if I'm a good barometer.
Yeah, I made a promise not to beat the shit out of you because everyone else is doing it. And I'm like, you don't need to get it from all sides, man.
That's cool. That's why I'm here.
This is the least kill affected tri-lanes we've seen so far from these two teams. It's harass into fear almost with these lineups, and then the middle lane is the one which could pop off at any moment. Now Icarus dive forward, GH actually going in for the body block over on DY with the stroke. They have enough, but no, they throw him away. Fades there just in time. Even with the spirit on DY, he should be able to tank through that and then south back up, and now we reset once again. There's that fear of all the consumables being burnt, and what else you got left in the tank?
Yeah. Such a tough lane for both sides. You can't make a misstep or you certainly go down. Well played by Fade. He's using the lift defensively to ensure the ink swell doesn't pop off.
Kuro just walks to point blank range with DY and Fade.
Yeah.
Miracle's getting a little sick of getting hit by these Fade balls, but as long as he got a salve as well as stick charges, it's very difficult to threaten the Arc Warden. But they're trying to stay on top of Paparazzi, trying to keep that CS down, but it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
Notably, bottom lane, the Doom did not go for the Max Devour style.
He did not.
So he's going to be able to threaten more kills, harass the Centaur more offensively because he's actually already put
Mango,
2 points in Infernal.
In with the Spark Raise to get a pick up, throwing away GH. Nice. That didn't hit the stun then on the Inkswell, meaning that Paparazzi feels confident to beat in towards Miracle, but DY, he's still ticking down. Miracle can stand his ground, and DY will be the first blood. Miracle will claim it. GH, not a lot of life left, but with the Spark Raise, Fade's forced to go around the corner. GH just trying to keep his distance from Paparazzi. Kuro's hoping for some kind of stroke throw back to grab the retreating Rubik, but it won't happen. Rubik's doing the walk of shame home.
Yeah, the first step is DY's. He goes offensive and tries to kill Miracle with the aggro Shadow Word. I think if he heals himself and just walks away, he'll be fine. Good awareness from Miracle to just keep the right clicking going. And this is the benefit, again, the liquid safe lane, tri-lane. Vici coming aggressive, always easier to recover when you are safe lane, and this is why, as GH looks to pull the easy camp. Easy creep denies, a bit of extra gold. Vici will collect 3 out of the 4 bounty rune spawns, however. You can see Yang's build 1-2-2, so way more damage and offensive capability, but he won't scale quite as hard as the Mind Control Doom did in this matchup previously. In fact, was it between these two teams, or was it when they were playing Liquid?
I think it was the winners bracket final, but I might be wrong.
Been a lot of Dota.
But even with 1 point, like Devour, he's still getting ahead of Mind Control. And that mid lane, Weeha versus Lina. This will get a little bit more rough, as 6 is already up from Weeha, but 6 is about to arrive from Ari, and Weeha's going to be very careful. No Laguna Blade shenanigans. Yeah,
it's because Ori bottled an Arcane Rune on the last spawn. Or the spam happy 1v1.
That's actually kind of funny too, because the mid's like, oh, can I get some bottle refills, some easy ones, but like no one's really dying. The sports aren't able to TP in towards the mid lane and give that, but the build from Puckos doesn't lean that way. He went double nulls while the bottle build from Lina.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. DY walks all the way back into the jungle and misses the stack by half a second. It's really difficult to time that when you don't have boots, so you're never quite sure how much travel time it'll take you.
Icarus dive. Ooh, GH.
Did he double tap?
I think he did. Cancelled halfway in the run, which means there was never going to be the Inkswell connection. And now Miracle tries to slow down Paparazzi. The stroke off target as well. Liquid.
GH
maybe getting a little tired as the Soulbind. Everyone's together. They just hit Miracle. They may just kill GH, but Paparazzi, not enough health, even with a Shadow Word. They have to walk back through the Wraiths. They're trying to hang around, but now with Fade, pick him up, throw him back down again. Kuro doesn't really have much more to give, and the Stampede was used, but Liquid still couldn't retreat in time.
Looking real nice for Vici thus far.
Phoenix actually TP'd all the way back. Like, Miracle's alone now.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the reason why you see like Troll TPing up towards the Shrine. There's some stacks to take with Ari. They're just trying to be efficient to clear through this.
Yep, that's the right way to do it. Also give some free extra levels to Paparazzi. Lina is about to hit 7. You don't really need much more than that. You're at optimal farming speed once you have the max nuke up and running. Will be the Yul's first item. Like that decision. It's really nice against Centaur specifically. He tries to charge forward with the Inkswell on him. You just pop him up in the air. Initiation disappears. GH.
walks into the Light Strike array, hit by a Laguna Blade, and Fade provides the extra control time right underneath the Observe Ward, and that's what GH was looking to try and at least scout out.
Yeah, it was the vision that they already have placed on the top bounty rune spawn. They know Phoenix is en route, and the moment he looks to turn up, you're in trouble.
Miracle is trying to survive, but the creep wave is tethered together, but now Puck, Weeha jumps in, gets a double Dream Call, and the double hit from Kuro. Thanks to Weeha's ulti, and Kuro will hit him. The Stroke of Fate's able to reach the target, and the fact that Miracle survives to fight yet another day.
Yeah. And stay farming in the lane with warding and, of course, lane control. This is huge because they'll be able to just regen up. And now it's a big question for Vici. Do you want to come back up into this lane? Because that's going to continue to happen. Puck is arguably the best anti-ganker in Dota 2. You teleport in, Coil 2, both heroes are dead, especially when there's an Inkswell on the Grimstroke ready to follow up.
They're doing something about mind control. Fade, Paparazzi, and Yang are all coming over. Now, telekinesis would be, well, one of the things to stop, and they just doom. All right. Yeah, Stampede available, but it won't matter, as Yang will get that tick out in mind control.
I think that's the right play, because if you don't doom him there, maybe you find the kill anyway, but he's going to Stampede. He's going to make it so annoying and difficult to track him down. Better to just collect the kill, because you're going to be rotating top as the doom. Will be tough to make plays up there, considering that Liquid has, you can expect warding, and there you can see Crow places one just in front of the tier 1 tower. And I like this. You put the troll back bottom, you've pressured Miracle about as much as you can, even though you're still a little bit behind in the net worth, your 1v1s are ahead, and you don't want to allow these free counter ganks. Puck's a playmaking hero.
Yeah.
He'll not farm quite as fast as Alina, so maxed out silence as well. It's interesting.
I wonder what he's looking to... Like, why would you go that? Over maxing the orb. Like, the orb is just gonna be the push power, right? But
you're playing against Troll, you're playing against Warlock. You kind of want maximum lockdown on these heroes to ensure they don't get their big ults off. Could be make or break.
Makes sense. It means they're really layering on the silence once the Grimstroke hits that 6. Because then you got Phantom's Embrace as well as the Rift together. They can chain it nicely. GH diving in. Mind control, can't reach his target. Fade's already TPing himself away. They want to try and fight up on top lane, but Miracle will TP out himself, leaving his clone behind. And that's where Ori and Fade are fighting. The bubbles come down. And if Ori wants to commit for this, he could, but no, he just wants to steal all the creeps.
And the runes. 2 for 2. Both sides mirroring map now, trying to play in aggressive in the enemy off lane.
This is just tier 1 for tier 1 now.
Yep. Vanguard on mind controls, we can just tank the tower. He's actually gonna kill it like by himself.
Plus 187 damage.
Yeah.
This is how Centaurs work.
Yeah, remember when it was pretty much the same ability, but it didn't have an active plus 200 damage?
Yeah.
Wasn't quite the same hero.
Just the return.
And Weeha's rushing the Veil, so they won't have that blink-in initiation for some time, but because of the Stampede,
you can get away with
the Spark Wraith spam, I think you'll be alright.
Yang, you're just going straight for GH. Icarus dive away to safety, cuts a line in the trees. And fortification from Liquid, trying to delay this.
Yep.
Centaur will still continuously push down the lane. Yang has Doom available, does not want to burn it for GH. He'll have to go underneath the tower, and he doesn't need it. Fade does the work.
Weeha top.
Yeah, he's actually got the Dream Call out. And there's that long silence. Ori unable to really have a response. Now you do at least have a connection. Weeha does not like this at all. He does not want to be locked in. In fact, now with the Doom on him, Stampede is being triggered so he can get some distance. The clone will die. Kuro is here. They have to slow down Yang. He cannot keep the chase going. And now Inks will actually stolen, allowing Yang to move closer. This will connect over on the Puck, and that's a guaranteed kill onto the mid laner. And Faye wants to go for a little bit more, picking up Kuro. But it looks like Yang was not ready for the fight, and especially up against the Centaur.
Yeah, level 242 on the Doom. This is not the same as the MC build we saw earlier. That maxed out fire lasts so long. 50 DPS for 16 seconds, and the chasing speed. Yang is a beast, and it's allowed him to make a ton of space for Paparazzi, who's just safely farming in his own jungle.
12-minute Midas has now arrived for the Arc Warden. So this is when you get a little bit more efficiency out of this hero. But VG Gaming, like, they're efficient across the map. They have the top 3 net worths.
It's just
not by a huge amount, but they're still there.
It's so difficult for Liquid to make plays. That's the concern. They don't have the blink on Puck. They don't have any of these tanky frontliners. Sure, mind control is a bit beefy with the Vanguard, but he's slow. Ori's running around the map at 430 move speed. Doom with the drums phase, max fire. He's incredibly quick as well. And Paparazzi's farming in the safest areas of the map. And he's protected by that Orion's belt of wards near the dire tier 2 shrine. Very difficult to invade this woods, especially if he moves to the left where there's no vision from Liquid whatsoever.
And well surprised when we start off this series, talk about the vision game from Team Liquid and Kuro, and bounces out from both sides.
Yep. This is a bit unconventional for Liquid. They're really playing for the later portions of this game. It's going to be difficult for them to team fight. GH also just now getting Egg online, so they will be able to make a play around that plus the coil. But it's finding the opening that's going to be difficult, as Vici are confident playing in 3 different lanes at once. They have full vision of Miracle, just consistently farming around this triple camp.
All right, Ori, you got DD in your scepter. It's now finally the time we could look towards that mid-tier 1 tower, an objective that every team wants to knock out. While up on top lane, there is a wraparound as well. Trying to look for that target. Mind Control gets the hoof stomp off, so the Ink Swell, which is still in Fade's control, is unable to connect. Neck buys time for GH to come in, and well, that's going to be a hoof stomp stolen from Fade. There's no way to really get on top of anybody, however, but it's okay.
That's the problem. We is showing bottom. So Vici have the confidence to just dive. You know you can force some response, and without the puck there's no control for Liquid to take this engagement.
They actually, yeah. Where's the extra help going to come from? But VG have 4 heroes together. They haven't taken the tier 1. You're still having your own little battle on the bottom lane. Weeha versus Troll. And then, well, underneath the Radiant Observe Wall, which is being dewarded out, they hit the Light Strike Array, and there's that Yule Scepter going to work. GH not feeling the way out.
Just easier for Vici to make plays. That's exactly what they're doing. Paparazzi, no intention of joining. Once again, love this item decision. It was first popularized by Mickey, but the Maelstrom Rush instead of the Battle Fury gives you that same accelerating farm increase, but it's not nearly as punishing. Like, the build-up's way easier, and you get that next item and the BKB online much faster. So you can go for the Roche timing a lot earlier.
Liquid are mounting a defense for mid. Radiant scan, they hit correctly. Obviously, when there's a bubble on the tower, you know Miracle is there. Actually feeling that movement speed thing you were talking about before. Like, so okay, level 10 talent for Centaur. What do I get? Plus 20 movement speed. Anything I can for the Centaur. Smoke up from VG Gaming.
Right to their vision.
Is scanning, it's going to ping, and that's why Weeha, he actually orbs aggressively forward, but does not want to jaunt it. He's coming back for the bounty rune, and now Stampede's available. Up onto the hill is dangerous, going into the Phoenix with this, but then again, when you get the lockdown, maybe you have enough. Weeha gets a dream call out, but now the rock will drop too. The Phoenix Nova doesn't really connect on anything, but GH wants to go back in again. Blink on Centaur, he wants to get in and fight, but there's no opportunities. Fade's nearby, but the clone will time out.
Love the confidence from Vici. They had vision above, so they know that there's no real way Liquid can surprise them here. They saw we had orbed and just Drum and Fade move straight forward. If you can kill the puck, it's that second round of spells that really punishes you. Your heroes are so tanky. If you can kill the puck, you don't really mind the coil egg too much, because it's the next round that really starts to kill you, and Miracle wasn't there. And he can't really be there. He's an Arc Ward with nearly a Maelstrom on top of the Midas, but it's just not the same hero until you get the levels.
He knows his job, right? His job is to not be there.
Yeah. It's just the warding. Again, Vici has such great vision that they can play around Liquid's movement so easily. They're going to 3-man Shrine. Coil stolen from Fade in that last fight.
Boy.
Along with the Aether Lens. This is crazy sick, and they get a free haste for Ori.
Sure. And he's got another initiation item. There's your Dream Call going to work on its original owner. Weeha actually walked in to the Light Strike Array. He'll let his own Dream Call off. Wants to orb and jaunt himself away, but the Laguna play from Ori. He just waited it perfectly.
Second time Weeha deaths.
This looks really good for VG, and Ori just wants to go for it. There's that haste room once more. Another Light Strike Array beats support, so he just can't be anywhere on the map. Fade, illusionary orbs himself in very, very deep, but now Yang with the Doom gets over on the Phoenix. The denial! Miracle is able to do that with the clone and try and fight now underneath their tier 2 tower. Fade again stealing the stomp underneath double spark rates. One's gonna hit, and that's gonna be enough. Miracle killing off Fade and ending that very pesky Rubik's life.
They keep the tower alive, though. That is important. And Miracle takes first position in the net worth. He's done a great job collecting kills. Got the one top with the teleport of the clone. Gets this one here. But remember, it's Paparazzi still just free farming around the map. The 3 cores of Vici nipping at the heels of the Miracle Arc Warden. And with that BKB queued up on the Troll, you can expect that once that item's collected, they can move into the Roche pit, look to force a fight. You have no BKB lockdown for the Troll.
That's when they need more. They need scary damage from Miracle. They need a way to force VG off objectives.
Yeah. It's the active items that are going to change things. Notably the E-Blade, because not just the defensive peel as Troll tries to get aggressive, and also you have a Grimstroke. So the double Hex, the double E-Blade, that's what makes this combo so scary. It's just about buying time. Weehan needs the blink, but he's so far away from it.
It's those two deaths. You see him right in the marker. That's when things start to flatline a little bit as far as the net worth increase. And that's the reason why now he's behind the Centaur in net worth.
Dude,
obviously the map gets a little bit tighter with the Arc Warden pushing all the lanes, but
just so cool. Every game of Dota is different, right? Yang was talking about how he didn't go with the Max Devour, went for this aggro build, but he went back for a Midas after the phase drums. So he's going to scale no matter what.
Up. You have Mind Control getting the hostile bomb. He's really trying to get rid of the Rubik. Another Icarus dive forward.
Great
over on the other side of the hill. Maybe the rock drop is able to create more space than it is. Two heroes already going down. You get the Phoenix Egg off, and with the attacks, Ari will fall. Miracle trying to hold him to the bubble, allow Wee to get up the hill, but now he's fatally bonded up. If Miracle takes damage, we will die. I think Wee dies no matter what you do at the moment. Paparazzi finds him in the tree line. A Miracle was ready to fight. He had the double damage rune, so he's mopped up the golem and he stopped the pressure from VG. But the cost is so high from Liquid to get the kill on Ori.
Crazy that's a 3-for-1. Felt like it was a great initiation from Liquid. It was just Mind Control is a bit too deep. He's on the enemy high ground, and once again, they're under vision of Vici Gaming. It was a great egg, a great coil, but they just don't have the damage. Yep. They don't have the damage until Miracle can provide it. And even though he mops up the kills, even though he has a DD, it's just not enough. These heroes are far too tanky. And this is before the BKB on Paparazzi. That's when things get real spooky for Team Liquid. Rune's up in 1 minute as well. I expect some sort of engagement around the bounties. And he's squishy still. You got to be careful. He needs to ensure he's positioned in the backline. His team's done a great job so far of ensuring they're the ones creating space in front of him.
Yep.
But he's very susceptible if he gets caught by any sort of stun. Alina Ovori has a Shadow Blade. He's going to start hunting.
It's still kind of crazy, though. That double Midas up to 9.6k net worth. Above the rest of VG by 500, but Paparazzi, he's pushing in the bottom lane. The Radiant are actually scanning to see if anyone's coming towards them because Team Liquid are smoked up. So the scan, it feels right. It feels like someone should be trying to gank up the Troll Warlord. But as for the 20-minute bounty runes, Liquid will probably claim both of them, so there won't be a fight over these.
You look at what Yang and Ori have queued up. It's the same as Paparazzi. It's the BKB. This timing is so scary for Liquid. They have no method of controlling them once these items are acquired. I expect we to get an Ags eventually, but he's still 1,000 gold from Blink. His net worth is not in a position where he can think about his third or fourth item.
Still haven't really felt the effect of the Veil either. It's like it's helped him farm. We got to watch him efficiently farm at one point. But outside of that, Team Liquid, 6 kills to their name, 5,000 net worth behind VG Gaming. This is not that early aggression which you thought you might be able to get from them, and VG will just slowly progress further and further ahead. The top 4 net worths are ahead by a long way, and 3 of them are VG.
They need to initiate on the back line. They've got to find Ori, the Rubik, the Warlock, anybody squishy. All these interiors in the back. Yang's going to do his part and ensure that he can just make life miserable for Liquid like we saw him do when he dove the tier 1 initially. Game slowed down significantly, but a 5k gold lead for Vici. They're okay with this. They've got Max Devour and a Midas Doom. Paparazzi finishing the BKB. Soon Yang will have his as well. And then I just don't know how you stop these 2 strength cores.
It's a very good question. 150 on the bonus gold. Sure. Not like Doom's got enough cash as it is. Mind Control is there just to mop up the lane, but he can't do much more than that. So VG Gaming really filling in that position of power, not really giving an opportunity for Team Liquid to fight back. Like there needs to be a mistake almost from VG. One player caught out of position. The Blink Dagger might be able to help actually catch that player out of position, let the puck go to work.
I really think Vici's got a read on the timing of this Arc Warden because, you know, Miracle's going to continue to grow his net worth lead, but they recognize that none of the items he's picking up in the next 5 to 10 minutes are really going to change the game too much. Maelstrom to Mjolnir. All right, Mjolnir, now he has bots. It's cool, but if you have 3 BKBs and Liquid have nothing to stop you, that's a fight-winning advantage. You can just march down objectives. And Yang, he's about to finish his. Is he going to get the stack? No. It didn't aggro. It takes a second to tick the initial DPS.
Nice Spirit Vessel, that's a nice one from GH. May make Paparazzi think twice before he jumps in.
It's really good against the Troll ultimate. Sure he doesn't get a free Satan. X worth of HP back.
Yep. He's got to time it right. Now the blink up for Rubik. Not like he had enough range as it is with the Ether Lens, but now Fade. That same kind of presence that Team Liquid had previously, now in the hands of VG Gaming. Just feels like VG have everything ready to go. And with the 3-man, 4-man smoke up, it's go time.
Double BKBs prepared.
Ari, the only one not inside of it. They look towards Roshan and then they'll loop up. Mind Control's there ready to break the smoke. And Liquid, they're there ready to fight as well. Doombringer, he's a frontline scout. They get the pickup over on the Centaur. Where's the rest of the team? Now Weeha can see him. So no Dream Call just yet. They're going to let Mind Control burn.
They can't do anything, Toby. Against the BKBs, they just don't have enough. And Paparazzi holding both the ultimate and the BKB, he almost died. Holy crap.
Yeah, he's on almost nothing. And if Liquid engaged, maybe they would have caught him, but maybe they would have lost the entire team. Centaur dies, doesn't burn Stampede. And they're still very fearful of the rock, because once you jump in, you can get hit by the Fatal Ones, you get hit by that Chaotic Offering.
It was just that hesitation, because he clicks Doom, realizes, oh wait, that's a BKB, I can't fight, but by that time he's already tanked the damage from the fire and can no longer blink away. Liquid wisely just let him die. They're going to try and just defend this tier 1 Miracle Arc Warden spam.
He does a hell of a lot of damage with Spark Race everywhere. VG cop a lot of damage, and maybe this is the other thing which VG need to be aware of. Like, you can blink over the top of these for Fade, but the supports do not like walking through these Spark Wraiths. Impossible to stay alive when the puck is hunting for any kind of low HP heroes in the back line.
Yep. And as always, Liquid have a ton of wave clear. They can plant a couple heroes at tower.
Yeah, drop some Sentry Wars, what they need to do to the northern side. There's 2 obs that are already down. And it sees it when Liquid are trying to hold that high ground. GH will be able to deny the towers. No extra goal for VG. And what does Liquid instantly do? They smoke up. I think it was out of range of that Radiant Ops. And they're looking for their own target.
GH wishes he was level
just
12.
looking for a ward mission. If he plants it down, they get the information. DY and Fade over on the side, but GH doesn't have a good one yet. And now they turn around. Full storm forward. They'll kill off the Rubik. Kuro is the man to claim for 3-2-5. And they get something out of this maneuver.
Yep. So how do they need to start fights? An initiation onto the Rubik or Warlock, find the kill, but thing is, these supports can cover each other quite easily. They both have methods of breaking up the initial onslaught, but there's honestly just so much spell damage.
Mind Control hit so hard. You'll set the now up towards the air Stampede developable. Weeha thinks about the fine, but the BKB's already out. Now the Dream Call will go to work, but maybe with the rock down, it doesn't really hit that hard. But the orb from Weeha, they just disengage, baiting out huge abilities and BKBs from VG Gaming. And what does VG get? VG think about runes. That's what they get.
They're gonna get 1, but man, that's... I can't believe Liquid... Oh, hang on.
Mind Control does. He just wants to watch Ari.
Who's got a BKB now up as well. And you can see Liquid, they recognize the timing just like Vici does. They just want to get these spells used. And I said no BKB control, but if you can get the Soulbind off on Troll next to one of these squishier heroes, he's leashed to the back lines. He can no longer dive forwards to cover his Lina, so they have to drop the Golem a bit afraid.
You make it sound like Gladiator. Let me just cut off your hand so I can start fighting with it. Pick up, throw down. This is going to be one very, very dead Kuro with the Golem on top of him. Deep Wires, the one that actually claimed the last hit.
Straight into the pit.
But down on bottom lane, I'm also seeing Arc Warden pressuring the tier 2 towers. Like, they have to fortify VG Gaming, and what answer do you really have to the global split push? I know you can clean out waves if you're VG Gaming, but how can you always defend the lane? Like, Lina TP down to the bottom lane. Maybe that's why you're also seeing the BTs pick up. So
exactly.
BTs and TPs scroll.
You need a BT's hero to be able to play against Arc Warden, and is your ideal hero, but it gets scary when Miracle gets that lockdown, whether that's, it's really the Hex, when all of a sudden he can hunt you as you try and split push him around the map.
Icarus dive forward. Team Liquid has information thanks to their Dire Observer on the top of that sentry. It doesn't catch out VG's obs. Into retreat, Fade. Oh, he actually has the Soulbind stolen! They're gonna nail down both of them! Goodbye to Phoenix! The Doom was doubled up as well! And the puck is on the run! Fade! Yang! He moved fast forward! And Team Liquid were not ready without Rubik!
That was insane.
He held that for so long.
It was ticking out. I think it was like 20 or 30 seconds left on duration. You can see Yang, you can't stop Yang. He just gets the Doom off and chases forwards. Paparazzi now into the pit. Way more important of an objective than the tier 2. You can go right back for that tower if you'd like.
And Team Liquid have no intention of fighting this. Again, still, the Arc Warden is not ready. This is the anti-mage kind of scenario. I have not finished farming yet. I am not a real hero yet. So I can send a clone to bottom lane, pressure the tier 2 tower, but they can't stop Roshan. Paparazzi takes it way too quickly.
You can see Miracle with the Shadow Blade now. Hex is queued up. That's when he can start looking to get aggressive and buy time for his team, who have done an admirable job keeping him in the game. It's only 6k gold lead. Vici have the Aegis. They still have this really huge power spike because of all the spell immunity, but as the BKB timers tick down, as this item comes online for Weeha, you can see he's halfway there. The Aghanim Scepter stops everything Vici wants to do in its tracks, and they can no longer count on the Troll or the Doom to find kills, to find targets. You can pop Coil, Stampede away, and Liquid will always be able to peel themselves away from an engagement.
Great scan. VG catching out Liquid, coming into the Radiant jungle. Kuro is going to find the fresh sentry wars. Like, well, do I want to attack this? They've already backed up, so he'll lose his own sentry if he doesn't. Just reveals his position for it. Mind Control reveal on bottom. Pipe and Vanguard done. Holding his one charges for extra health. They smoke up. They know they're fine. And Paparazzi under the cover of a Glimmer Cape. They use him to run up the hill, but the spark rates, they work like techies' minds. If you walk through it, you know they're there. Makes it very difficult to actually have any kind of initiation out. Surfer Wall's being planted down as well, so VG can see around the tree lines. They'll only find the Miracle Clone. We are not feeling that initiation at all.
I love this ward they placed just above where the tier 2 used to be. You can see it right there next to the Spark Wraith. It's very unlikely to be dewarded, but it gives so much vision, especially once your tower's gone down, because that's an area of the map where you can expect Dire to try and set up, especially when Roche isn't an objective.
The money, though, that Liquid are getting is VG. Like, how many times can you rotate as 5? I think we were having this discussion during the drafting phase. So VG, you group up, you want to push, you get a team fight, you're feeling good. But how do you deal with Miracle? Always on the side lanes, always causing these type of problems. He actually does damage now with a clone. And yeah, you can kill the clone, but Paparazzi's losing so much life. Paparazzi is almost dead. He runs to the other side of the bubble. Miracle's clone will fall. But remember, like, it is Aegis the Immortal. Paparazzi will be fine, but this is a tale of things to come. And how long does VG have before this Wharton's online? He's starting to do damage to one hero. When is he threatening everybody?
The talents, man. Level 20, 2 second Spark Wraith cooldown. Level 25 plus 350 damage per. We saw what happened to VP when they were caught unawares by that spike. And you have tools now to control the BKBs. You will have the puck ags. If you can kite out these big abilities from Vici, all of a sudden the magic damage from Arc Warden, that'll be what propels Liquid into the lead. Assuming they can continue to buy this amount of time and space.
Well, they're buying it because, like, okay, the tier 1 tower is definitely, like, Paparazzi can just walk up. There's no backdoor protection on these. It's top lane. Trouble on the Centaur. He's doomed up, and he is most definitely left for dead. No one else is going to be there. While in mid lane, it's actually Ori, who was one being initiated on 2, but it's Kuro who goes down instead. Ori just turns around, and even with the Arc Warden there to help, it ends up being 2 kills on mid and top lane, like 1 apiece, going the way of VG.
So that it's good job of VG. They're still in a position where they're stronger. It's Liquid that need more time. They have Hex, they have the gold for it on Miracle. Puck's still 1,000 away from Ags, but like they need those items before they can do things.
Miracle is such a dick with that Shadow Blade. Paparazzi initiates, he Shadow Blades the clone into the trees, comes out and takes out the catapult. Like, sure, I'll take this, I'll remove your heavy push power, and Weeha then just has to creep skip as well. He can nuke this wave that's coming.
Shiva's on Doom, more vision provided. Excellent against the Arc Warden, who does not have a BKB. Yang's just gonna go full Divide for him. Try and force an ultimate coil. I mean, still, there's no Ags.
Oh, Miracle, there's that Scythe going to work. Trying to kill off the support. You also drop him towards the air, the clone won't last much longer. And Fade makes sure of it. Telekinesis hold. But Ori's on the hunt once again with his own Shadow Blade. Kuro slowed down by Paparazzi. GH turns on the Sunray, but Kuro not ready for the fight. Can only do the Soulbind. And then the double hex. Remember, Miracle can do this too. We are jumping in. They're going to try and hold him there. The damage output is heavy. Troll is going to go down. The Agency more, but they burn through the Supernova. Ori just BKBs and stands his ground. The Life Tracker rate a little bit off target, but it won't matter as long as they can keep that trap on the puck. No way for Weeha to escape. Miracle's clone's doing some level of damage back. It's not the real one, but it won't matter when VG Gaming keep everybody alive. And they'll take the tier 2 tower along with the 3 kills with no rebuttal from Liquid.
He's playing so well. You can see the counter initiation potential. They just double BKB, run forwards, rock drops. And Liquid are not able to find a burst in the duration of the Soulbind double hex. Mind control got interrupted by the rock. You can see he would have had the follow-up stun before the BKBs were able to come out, but that mini erupt prevents the follow-up, and then he's just in trouble. Has to walk away from the fight.
Miracle's Clone's really not giving up on this with a Shadow Blade. As much damage as you can, take the wave, take the hero, take whatever you possibly can, take the space to be created, but Liquid are most definitely backed into a corner. And how do you get yourself out of this one? VG Gaming, they've got the money, they've got the kills, they've got the momentum.
He's got to keep playing Liquid Dota. Split up the map, farm the lanes, get time. Miracle level 20, only 5 more to go. Weehaw still 1,000 gold from the Aghanim Scepter.
He needs that so much.
He's fallen so far behind Ori. 8K net worth separating these two players now.
It's like before, right? Like you look for that snowball kind of style hero. Timbersaw, now the puck with Veil, but there's just, yeah, there's no snow.
Look at this play from Vici. They're going to smoke all the way around the long wrap as Ori TPs into tower.
He could deny that tower as well, but he doesn't even need to.
He's got Lincoln's
like, Liquid, you want to come for it? Smoke up around the back. They'll go under Observer Sentry. Courier, not worth the snipe. They're coming here for heroes, not for couriers. The Dire, they're out right now. They want to kill off Ori. Buyback is not available. Stampede already been triggered. VG Gaming, do you want to fight this? No, you don't. Blink away. Get out to safety.
They're under vision now, though. You got to be careful if you're Vici.
Oh, they're still running. That's why the TP comes over. BKB from Paparazzi begins to TP out, but Dreamcall does not care about the BKB. I mean, well, BKB doesn't care about the Dreamcall. Other way around.
If only he had Ags. It's on the courier now.
And they would have had it. Doom, he understands, like, they must have been fighting under vision. That fresh Observe Ward, Gem of True Sights on the Doom. Vatisse jumping forward. And the Shadow Blade from Miracle is no longer that easy get out of jail free card if the Doom's there.
He's going to go for the Refresher as well. Love that decision. When you go the BKB Shivas, often you max out at the Refresher. Puck Ags is active, 30 seconds on the runes. Mind Control is going to look forward, but will not get there in time to protect his ward.
They are just mass spark wraithing everything they can. It's like, as many of these 35-minute runes, you'll take them. The Arc Warden is still, like, he's skyrocketing ahead in net worth because they're not catching him. You've still got a 402 Arc Warden, and now Miracle puts it to work. After DY, he actually attacked the range creep. He stopped attacking the hero. He just wants to farm up the wave after just getting VG Game to look behind themselves, which opens up Liquid to go for more runes, but down on bottom, the initiation comes in from Doombringer. It's over on Kuro. The Sunray will give him that life back, and Doom not committing the ultimate. Just the BKB, but he's down to 7 seconds. These durations getting lower and lower.
Yang has played such an incredible game so far. He's 5-0-10, and he's constantly pushing his limits. It's not as if he's been safely farming his own jungle. He's always the one most aggressive. Even the talents. He went for the Doom DPS. Level 20, he'll have a Refresher and about 1,000 gold, and then all of a sudden, as long as he gets his spells off, and sure, you can control him with the coil, but you can't stop him from casting unless somehow you find the initiation with the Hex. And even if you do that, he's so tanky.
Yep. That's where Miracle needs crazy ass damage. Butterfly will be the item of choice. Be careful, also farming underneath the Radiant Observer was. 2 of them down from VG Gaming, watching Liquid's northern side, but it darkens the southern end. They don't see anything down there. Miracle will always play no risk Dota.
Yep.
Send the clone. He'll run down the mid. He'll farm up the wave. If he finds a support, they'll initiate on him. Use the bubble.
Roshan.
And VG don't want anything to do with it.
Roshan spawns in a minute's time. Liquid, they've got to be a bit concerned. They have, I mean, we can see it, they can't, but there's vision in their jungle. So playing in this area is going to be very difficult as the Roshan looks to spawn up soon.
That's why Kuro is here, but he's only got 1 sentry ward in the inventory. He needs to actually check the hillside behind. 5-man smoke up. They want the fight under that vision.
Look at the wrap. Look at the lines.
Does Kuro see it? He's spinning around. He dropped the sentry wall, but he doesn't see up on the hill. Okay, yeah, they do. They got rid of it. The Dire Observe was there instead. So Miracle sends the clone out and break the smoke. They initiate on the clone. Nothing huge, though. Just the smoke break. No big abilities triggered.
The Crow out. They've got vision in their own jungle in response, so they'll know that Vici are heading towards the pit. I think you've got to contest this one if you're Liquid.
Well, the clone's dead for another 18 seconds. Are they really looking to try and turn around for this one? That's a lot of money for Tempest doubles, but you needed it for the space. Paparazzi, there's your roll forward, Weeha. Still doesn't have the initiation just yet. Got the Agnet to pick him up. He's going to get the stream call off. And actually, illusory orbs on. Weeha, 4-star down. He's able to phase shift. Can he join himself up? No, that's Fade doing that work. He'll blink himself away to safety. As Kuro, you also drop towards the air. He'll get the soul bind up on Fade as well as Paparazzi, but there's no follow-up. And once again, Liquid. Roshan will happen. And if it wasn't for the Tempest double down on bottom lane, we know what the pressure applied to VG.
DY buying out of Vlad's for this fight, just with a little bit of damage amplification along with the lifesteal for the troll.
Hey, just in case
every little bit.
Enough. He never drops. The clone did reach the tier 3 tower with the creep wave, but it timed out. Now, here comes Liquid. The orb flies in from Weeha. He knows it's low. They don't want to go for it. That's a lot of stuff sitting on the ground because now it's the Nova already down. They got Yang trying to beat through it under the cover of the BKB. The Nova will stun both Ari, but what was on Supernova? Rubik actually got it. He'll look for the target. The Rock will drop over on Centaur. Isolated slightly. Miracle sitting his clones up. Sees Fade over on the sidelines. Can he get the Supernova off? He will not. Miracle finds that kill already with the clone. Then moves over towards Ari, but Paparazzi, they'll take care of it. There's still a 1-for-1 trade-off, and that could have been a hell of a lot worse for Liquid. But Aegis Immortals on Paparazzi, and he's ready to go.
At some point, they got Fade, though. They killed the Rubik before the egg could become an issue.
Even if they didn't, like, if VG Gaming backed off and that Supernova was sitting inside the Rubik, that would have been probably even worse, because VG got set up.
Well, that's real Miracle, TPing bottom.
It is, yeah, she made a copy. Goes Invis.
Oh,
the Doom is
he
looking
scanned
for
him out, he knows.
Looking in the trees with the Shiva's Guard. The clone's already arrived at the tier 3 tower. So Miracle gets some chip damage in.
If he had guessed the right direction, I think he kills Miracle there. There's no Lincolns, there's no protection. Yang can just Shiva's BKB, get the Doom off.
This is obviously Miracle's plan, though. Always push the bottom lane. How many times have we said throughout this tournament? The Radiant always have issues with the bottom lane. It's always pressuring in. Which means there's always an opportunity if you can just chip away at the tier 3 town bit by bit. The VG Gaming pushing high ground ends up with them losing a rack, especially if the real Miracle goes.
GH about to be level 18 soon. Then that egg becomes far more difficult to take out. As expected, Ori does itemize for the Ags. It's just so much burst damage. They want to be able to kill Miracle. You look at his net worth, he's about equal to his 2 cores combined.
Yeah. But it's going to be so hard for the rest of Liquid, right? They're taking all the farm. So unless they find kills like Weeha, he doesn't see Ari, but he will find the Doom, bring a quick blink away. But for the orbs able to connect.
Rune's about to spawn. You're going to get 2 for Liquid bottom and an Arcane Rune. Unless Yang can beat him to it.
Yeah, that Doom moves very quickly. An Icarus dive up. At least allows them to catch both the bounties on bottom, but there's the refresher all for the Doombringer.
Just about getting your spells off if you're VG. I love the Satanic build on Paparazzi as well. Status resist, man. The Hex is not nearly as threatening as it is on other sorts of heroes that cannot afford to itemize in this manner.
As GH is having to play the side lanes this time around. They can't risk the puck too much anymore, but having puck with the orb upgrade, now we actually see Weeha having lane with the Tempest double, but they're hunting. Kuro and Mind Control are waiting for Ori. As well as Fade, who is sitting in the tree. So Mind Control is going to reveal himself first. Ari's keeping his stacks up, but he's actually BTing in towards the mid lane now. They've had enough of this. But what have you got? You got Miracle's clone pushing the wave back out. Like, how do you get farm if you're Team Liquid? Like, Miracle's taking everything.
It's tough. I mean, it's good in some ways, but...
yeah, it's hard in the others. You're the only hero.
Pretty much.
Now he's building in for an MKB as his next primary item.
He's going to have that finished on the Troll. It's on Courier right now along with the Tome. He's hit level 25, Battle Trance will strong Dispel. MKB, it's just such a huge pickup because now he'll be able to actually threaten Miracle even inside of the bubble. It won't work on structures, of course, but he can at least potentially go range for him and beat into that Arc Warden if they find some sort of control.
Yeah, we look at both sides, like both Troll and Arc Warden having it. So Miracle, yeah, bubble is up, but he walks in. Man, that damage, Paparazzi. What do you think you've got? There's a lot of damage still from Miracle, but then, of course, Satanic gets all of his life back. A little bit more trouble over on Puck, doomed up and brought down.
Gem down as well. Weeha, not again, not like this.
That's now 2 gems into the hands of VG Gaming. 1 on Doom, 1 on Rubik. Vision game from Liquid just got 10 times harder.
They're just playing so well around the map. VG Gaming.
Wait, did he just... Okay. He rebought the refresher.
Yeah. He bought it and sold it because he wanted to have buyback. Now he has gold. This is about as good as it gets for a Doombringer.
I still want to see how VG end this. Going high ground without a bad trade-off. This is the best position these creep waves have been in a very long time, all on the dire side of the river. I don't know if I've liked this from my control. He'll have to wait for the next wave.
It's all about the level 25s. Miracle is almost, he's 1 1/4 levels away.
Yep. Okay, he's going to grab the next wave up on top lane. Hold him back. They'll fortify the wave up, and it's actually with the TP in. Doom, he's looking for the hunt on mind control, but he's blinked to probably the closest point in the tree line away from every other position the VG Gaming was looking for. Buying more time and bringing very close towards that Aghanim Scepter of the Centaur. Some kind of save for Team Liquid from VG's initiation.
Yeah.
Something to get them away from that double Doom.
The gold at this point isn't really Liquid's concern. It's getting their heroes online as far as levels go. Level 20 for the Phoenix, whether he gets the Icarus dive or the 1.25 second stun duration on an egg, which I think is going to be the choice here. It's huge for his hero. Miracle, we already know what he needs. 25 for the spark rate damage. That's what's going to make it truly really difficult for VG to penetrate base, but for now, they don't have this online. There's no Aegis, so VG are content to just keep Liquid in the base.
Cheese is actually in the backpack for the Troll Warlord. That's not going to do him much good there. But what else do you want to switch out? Your phase boots?
I need boots here.
Yeah.
You need the mobility.
Like you want
Ags Doom next.
So Doom's going to go for the double Ags ultimate.
Oh, GH got him with the Tinker
Nice. GH can't get away from this one.
Yeah, and it's like watching a chess match. She's like, oh, they got me there? I know what happened.
Doom instantly TP, BT's up towards the top lane. They want to make sure this lane pressure continues. They just have to creep skip out almost VG Gaming. They need to be able to grab the creep wave at the bottom, almost like a lone druid would with the bear, drag it to the mid, so we don't have to keep looking behind all the time. That's why this game is hitting 44 minutes. VG Gaming are 17k ahead. They're looking good. They're itemizing everything they need for the team fights. The problem is they never have the opportunity because they're either cleaning up their wave or they're waiting for Liquid to come out of position. But there's a reason why Liquid are not getting the levels. They're not getting the money. It's because Miracle's doing the push for them. It's very much a tinker game.
Yeah, you might be in a position now as DY takes some experience. He's trying to get level 25 and that Aghanim's up. But you could have 4 heroes level 25 on VG before Miracle hits his. And at that point, you gotta figure they'll look to make something happen, but Roshan can spawn in 1 minute to 4 minutes. That'll be the Ags and Refresher?
It will be...
No, it's just the third.
Just the third. Just the third. We'll get one of the two.
Yeah, Lena already has one.
VG got all 4 bounty runes for the 45-minute mark, so that's a lot of money. 21k is now the advantage for VG.
I can't remember who said it. It was either Jawade or ZSMJ, but what is a goal?
He's looking forward. The Stampede already out. Sento just wants to get the hell out of here with the Dream Call as well. Is there a way to get away to safety? Kuro inside the trees will complete his own TP out. More problems for Centaur. He's got the only place he can hide, but now they get the vision. Retaliate. Okay, not exactly what they was hoping for, but you'll take it. Laguna Blade to get the kill on mind control. But the push is again in mid. They go to bottom lane. They get him to look behind and look instant TP from Doom. He knows he needs to push the lane in.
It's more important that he hunts. That's the thing. You've got to make sure that Liquid is afraid to play the side lanes. Find a kill in one lane, immediately sweep the map with the teleport as the rest of your team cuts across to follow.
Smart maneuvering from Weeha, not going up the lane where Paparazzi would have chased. GH going to find his own target. A quick Icarus dive away. Doom does not have the ultimate up, but it won't stop from Refresher orbing. BK being GH cannot keep that Icarus dive going. Begins his own TP out. Then GH also drop a miracle. He comes in with a bubble. He cannot save GH's life, but he might be able to get a revenge kill with the clone. Doom goes down. A huge streak.
Level 25. That's it, Toby.
Yep.
Level 25.
Here we go. He's on. He not only gained 1,400, but he got the experience. And Miracle.
He had it, I believe, from a tome, and then that's why the Doom dies. It's the same thing we've seen all game, but instead of now just being a harmless harassment, it's a kill.
Yep.
It's a kill solely because of this insane damage spike. It's like double damage on your Wraith.
Sure. Good luck, VG. The clones are coming out. They're looking.
Oh my God.
They are everywhere. This is why Techies isn't in the meta. You have Arc Warden. They jump forward. Fade, he's close. Miracle, he wants to go for this, but the clone will come in through the back line, looking for it instead. Dream Call, over out, maybe with a spark ray, send him up towards the air. They'll come down pretty hard with the Dream Call holding Fade there. He's protected by the A on disc.
Got it just now, Vici. Yeah, you got a 21k gold lead. It's about as big as it's been, but Liquid are confident to make this. They've got 5 alive. Jank's dead for 30 seconds. They know his refreshers on cooldown.
Mind Control sees DY. He wants to get the jump on this. He wants to make sure there's no Feather Bonds and Rock, but they have to kill him fast. That's the problem. Still no Dream Call, still no big AoE control. Paparazzi, he'll turn around. The clone begins to fight, but the pickup Mind Control in the double monster. They'll catch in the Rubik, but the Rock creates the extra space. Defensive Euro center up in the air, but they still stall bound together. Fade needs the distance, but there's the hit from Koro. It's the stroke of fate. They clean up the golem. They look in towards Roshan.
God, it's like you think it's a repeat of the winner bracket final, that third game where Vici close out the series with this methodical patience, eventually just overwhelming Liquid, but I think they might have waited too long, Toby. This Arc Warden's a different beast. He's doing like double deep. It's not fair. This is not fair.
Hey, this is Dota. You beg the question. VG Gaming, how many items did you need before you could make a play? It's difficult against clones, you don't get that wrong. Mind Control, they're trying to finish this tier 2 tower. They've got it as well. The Arc Warden is inside the pit right now. They're still waiting for Roshan. How? What the?
Arcane Rune.
What is this? Okay.
Dude, it spawns in 16 seconds.
Is this an instant kill?
No way, it's not an instant kill, but
it's gonna be close.
30%.
How many? Many? Can you actually spawn?
Oh, keep doing it.
We need a counter. All right, Roshan, here we go, man. From 100 to 0. Get blasted.
Holy shit.
It's Dota. It's Dota. Don't you love some Dota?
Refresher up now. With that went to the puck. You have double Dream Coil. The thing is, you can't run out of the coil, Toby, and by the time you do, your BKBs are faded, and spark rates. It feels like even though they're still 12k ahead, Liquid have just moved into a dominating position in the game. You have a Lincoln's up on the Centaur, so you give some method of preventing the doom. There isn't much to cancel on the side of Vici.
You had a 40,000 experience advantage for VG Gaming. This has made a downward spiral to about 25k. The gold is continuing as well. And VG Gaming, Kyle, I'm asking this question 50 minutes into the game. What do you do? Do you smoke out? Do you initiate? Do you actually try and fight this?
Not anymore. Toby, you had that chance a while ago, but you notice how when they had the timing, like...
They're going to disagree with you, Kyle. Just like we disagree with Roshan being one hit down by the Arcane Wrist Spark Race. The Tempest double has already arrived at the tier 3 tower. No one's here to defend. If you want warning bells, it's ringing. We've got the largest spell in the world, according to Shiva, right here in Moscow.
But look at Liquid, they're not in their base any longer. Because they have these talents online, they're now playing enemy high ground. This is the perfect spot as Dire side. Play the top shrine area for Radiant.
Hi, Courier. Are you worth it? That's worth it. It's the Lincoln Sphere down, but they're exposed in the back line. Mind Control, looking for DY. He's so close. A hold stop. They'll get the initiation out when the Hex Control. They've brought him down. Back to Marble. They're coming over towards the shrine. The Supernova's already there too. Now Warlock can actually get through the rear. You actually have the 3-man coil. Dream Coil actually stolen. Return back over. And we're in the Supernova. Have they got enough? No, they don't. It can't pop. Miracle's actually dying. The Aegis Immortal will burn. But VG Gaming be fighting. Push him back. DY's there to fight. They all got fatally bottled. A puck couldn't do anything else either. Yang's on the run back out. He'll go down. Miracle actually getting the streak. You'll lose puck. Buybacks are heavily available. Paparazzi claims a triple kill. And Liquid are all dead.
Way too aggressive, Toby. GH, I love the second egg, but you can't do it in the middle of the fight. There were 5 Vici heroes alive, and you just go, just in. You what?
But this is why VG wanted to come out. They smoke, they fight, and they have to have confidence in themselves. But Miracle, he's got a whole bunch of raids, but these golems are immune. But then again, maybe Paparazzi is not as immune. The clone, it will die. Another one bites the dust.
And DY had the buyback as well. So not only does he spawn these huge golems with spell immunity, by the way, because he's got level 25, he respawns to drop more.
Ooh, hello. Dragon Scepter Phoenix now up.
Liquid have to, they learned their lesson, all right? You can play into Vici as they run up your high ground, but you cannot just fully commit, especially if Vici still have BKBs available.
Hey, VG also learned that lesson. They knew where to play around. You didn't care about the Warlock dying. Liquid to reveal their position, they can play it back. And the Rubik on the back lines, he did so much work. He hit the 3-man dream call out. That's kind of why GH was totally isolated in that mid-fight. They had no way to move properly.
Yep, and it's so crucial.
Another Ragged Epicenter are going to arrive. I'm waiting for the one on the Rubik because then he gets to buff up everything else, but the Ags is there for the Warlock, and he's almost, he's already 25, so we're good.
And Kuro, that Courier dead for 50 more seconds. He had a Lincoln's. As soon as he gets his, you have 2 available, and they can do exactly what they're doing now inside the base, which is just spamming on top of Miracle. Try and make sure he stays alive. Abyssal should be prepared on the Troll.
It is.
They got a Blink queued up on Paparazzi too.
So buybacks are fantastic for VG.
Yeah,
They only have 1 down, so yeah, let's go for it.
Name of the game, kill Miracle.
Uh-huh.
Liquid,
that sounds like a good
keep
game.
Miracle alive.
Sure. Let's do that by hiding under our tier 4 towers.
I want us to put the camera there. It's just, you can look at the positioning.
Under the tier 4s. Hey, do we have to move out? Let's do a perimeter check. Like, just how many of these fuckers? These are techies. If you like this, you like techies. I like this, Kyle.
It's like a good hero version of techies, Toby. And it takes a long time to come online. This doesn't mean that you're going to increase your MMR. Refresher Doom available in 30 seconds.
Here comes VG. Lincoln Sphere, hello. That's one way to keep Miracle alive. Just any kind of protection.
Yep.
However many layers you can put on him. In this case, if you do use multiple layers, it is safer for you.
Yeah, Tom, I love Liquid. They're always just ensuring Tomes go onto the proper heroes. Phoenix wants his 25 ASAP.
What's Miracle do? He's building Yule Scepter. He actually lined up Yule Scepter?
Yep. And keep in mind, with the Ags, you get 2 more hits possible on the egg, which he did take the increased duration talent. If GH can get these eggs off, really just the one. He had the refresher shard earlier.
Uh-huh.
Almost to his dismay. If he had just chilled on the high ground casting Sunray, perhaps that fight goes Liquid's way.
Miracle Clone's going to find the 2 heroes on the side, and he wants to try and do as much damage into Paparazzi as possible. Yang all stomps out, Fade's going to be there, Auric as well. Remember, this is just the clone, but you see how much of a threat it is. The Tempest double is up in 12 seconds again. And you've still got to go through the Spark Race.
You still need to get up the high ground, Toby.
Yep.
And
I'm not going to say it's easy. Look at him. I think they're waiting for the 4 TPs down to the shrine on bottom. It's like, all right, guys, let's go for the runes. We'll switch our approach. But the Spark Race, you can set them up so quickly that even if you switch the lanes, it doesn't even feel like you get around them.
I'm trying to get a feel for, like, what's Vici need? They're maxed out on all 3 of their cores.
They're holding out for a miracle.
You can Ags Synth, but you already have 2 Ags up on 2 cores, so at least you get the extra item slot. But you know, if you weren't willing to go high ground before, what do you get? Is it a double rune spawn? Do you need a DD and an arcane? Bloodthorn, a miracle.
Okay, he really just couldn't make up his mind of what he wanted now.
What's he sell?
He doesn't. He just switches the BTs in and out. Like, that's it. Like, maybe the Shadow Blade, because he didn't really feel like he needed a Silver Edge yet either. So yeah, there it is. The BT's in the backpack, and now he's just like, he's just a frontline tank, but he'll need to shift the BTs in when he wants to split push out. Okay. Easy enough. He can manage that.
I would say, if Vici managed to win this game, it'll be, I think, the most impressive thing I've seen all tournament.
If Liquid managed to win this game as well, considering what they have gone through. Like, VG still have so much to fight with. They just never get the fight they want.
Yeah. They're probably as confused as we are. It reminds me of the, what was it, like SFZ Cloud9 game Owen casted for like 3.5 hours? There's just a sniper with rapier in the base. This feels almost more annoying to try and push into.
Hey, I wanted to see you on the front side. So, Kyle, please analyze this as the status quo remains the same for a very long time.
But the thing is, you know, people respond to incentives, Toby. Why would Liquid ever leave the base until they get an advantage?
They don't need it.
They need vision to win the game. Both sides. It's all about the jump. If you can get a Doom off on Miracle, you can find a way to blow him up. Just drop all your spells on top of the artboard. That's how you're going to win the fight, but he's not going to let that happen.
It's not even how you win the game. Like, okay, so you need to push while the buyback's down. Sure, 2.5 minutes, but Liquid have many different counter push ways from a very long distance. Yeah, so how you can't go up.
But the thing is, this game, it's tedious. very tedious. But at a point, there's going to be a fight, and in 2 to 3 seconds, the winner of this game is going to be decided. Or at least the fight. We'll probably have a whole round of buybacks.
Let's give it 3 to 4 minutes of a fight, because you do have like 10 buybacks that will be committed during that big engagement. And then it's all about who diebacks. Like that's how you lose control of this game.
Lina, I mean, he got the synth upgrade, so now Ori was able to sell the Ags for Octarine. Has a Lincolns as bots too, but you know, what's next?
Yeah. What more do you really need?
Moonshard on the troll, like Vici, they're slotted.
Yeah,
they have extra items consumed. It doesn't get much better for them.
You know what we actually need? We need a wave of flying couriers with Dagons on them again. Like, we need to put some level of efficiency into that. Bring it back. It was great.
You know, Wii's game wasn't ideal, and oh, what? Okay, I was like, all right, Wii's got the GPM talent, but he actually went Dream Coil Rapid Fire, and he's got a Daedalus queued up.
Woo. Hello.
So he can blink in coil.
Now they should get some damage out.
Yeah, a lot of damage out. And you think about how much spread damage they already have. If the egg's able to go off, if you can just phase shift in the center of your coil and crit everyone for the 8 seconds that the coil's holding you in place, even through BKB.
We got Roshan in 56 seconds, and this one will have Ags and Refresher all available inside of him. You don't
help.
You don't give it to Yang, you give it to Rubik. Rubik is actually the best arrow you've got. Or the Rock. You can get double golems down. If he's got space, he's got space in the inventory. He's still holding the cheat.
He has an Ags. Okay, like the Ags has to go to Fade. He's the only one that doesn't have one yet. Doom and Lina have both synthed already. I don't like Troll, I guess, could get one, but
you know what I like? It's like how all these different things have actually been added to Dota to allow us to have faster games. But there's also things being added to Dota to allow people to 8 slot. Like, these late games get crazy. So yeah, Liquid are coming out. The Arc Warden's under the smoke. He's got a clone pushing down the bottom lane. So again, split push pressure, but Liquid, they're here to check Roshan. He's not up yet. Elgato is currently the most valuable thing for VG Gaming, watching Roshan. There's your BKB, the jump forward, and with the Doom back, it means Icarus dive, completes the whole thing. He actually goes for the Refresher, so he can blink forward and finish off the Phoenix. Buyback is available.
That is both BKBs on Yang, though, and now Miracle's Claw's gonna walk right up into him.
Oh, man. It's just the clone. Yang, he's burned the BKB. Kuro protected by the Lincoln Sphere. Miracle trying to let the clone go to work. He's looking for any kind of pickup he can. Already triggered off that on disc. He's Kuro into the back line, but then forced after up from Liquid, looking for the extra kite. Kuro, he needs the distance, and he's got the bubble boy. He'll be okay. The bottom lane is still pushing in. Watch that Tempest clone force VG into a position where they have to guess. Like, do we? Actually, no, they're already TPing. Ori has to go down there. Roshan's up. The 60-minute bounty runes are up. Yang's got the ones on the bottom. I think DY will take the ones up on top of Paparazzi. How quick can you do Roshan? The clone's on bottom. It's pushing the tier 3 tower. VG have a choice. They're going for Roshan at the moment. They'll commit to it. Paparazzi has to. But smoke from Team Liquid. They come out once more. Roshan's already done. The tier 3 tower on bot is practically dead.
Who gets the items?
But they know Ori is down. So Yang's here on the front lines. Weeha, he just phase shifts, blinks away. The Shiva Scout won't catch anyone. Yang, he's trying to catch up to Weeha. Lincoln Sphere is protecting Weeha. Goes for the Infernal Blade. Lincolns will now time out. And now it's time to build the wall of ghouls. Or send another clone down towards bottom lane and just cause Ori problems.
The gold lead is absurd, actually. 42,000 gold, by far the largest we've seen in this game. But it's less relevant because there's simply nothing that these Vici heroes can spend it on.
Miracle really just doesn't care about Ori. Ori can BT back in again, so he's got no issues with this.
Just gonna read out some of the gold numbers real fast. Ori, 10,000. Yang, 10,000. Fade, 8,000. Paparazzi, 7,000. So really, this gold lead's more like 6 or 7K. Obviously, they'll have buybacks galore.
You know what? This reminds me of like, she's like, whose Dota is it anyway? Welcome to the show where the gold doesn't matter.
Hey, maybe it does, Vici. They're knocking on the door now. They've got vision up on their own.
But they won't be ready for this Puck Ultimate. The Daedalus is done. So if they get caught out from this, Paparazzi's the first one forward. It's only the coins. Mind control gets the hoof stop. They want that extra time to attack. Even with the Phantom's embrace, they slow him down. They just want to break it. But then Paparazzi, he'll burn off the Satanic. Mind control, stampede away. These BKBs have been burned. So even if Paparazzi does have the Aegis, he's got to be careful. It can kill him twice over. But the Spark Rays keep doing their work. They've run out of the creep wave. The mid lane's not there either. There's only so long they can do this. Fortification's available from Liquid. They'll burn it. They need to clean up the second wave that's coming in right now. Miracle sends the clone in. Paparazzi's still low on life, but Satanic, 8 seconds, it's back up again. But there goes your creep wave. How many clones must die for the service of Team Liquid? Paparazzi runs forward. He keeps getting hit by the Fire Spirits. Doesn't really slow down his attack that much. They still want to beat through up in the tower. Yeah, he got the initiation. He got the real one. The Lakers came way too late. A false up back. They have to get him into Fountain. Miracle. He has to buy back. No other choice. VG Gaming are in their home and must be repelled. DY saves both of his columns over towards Miracle. In fact, all three of them. They're trying to keep him zoned down. But Kuro, he gets the soul bind together. They're trying to break the Aegis to the Immortal. Where is he? Nova. It actually got off with a stun down. Dude can't go anywhere. Ori is trapped as well. Mind control, keeping the chain control there. This is enough. Miracle actually survives. Even with the 3 golems there, they don't care. Mass buybacks coming in from VG Gaming. They're all flying back. They want to keep the pressure going. There's no Miracle to fight this one out. He's just got the clone only. Mind control on a beasting of life. VG Gaming, they want to force the issue, but it seems so damn bloody hard. Miracle has not kill. Even in death, he fights it out. Ori wants to get back out again. The 11 will connect. He'll have to buy back. He didn't join himself forward on this one. Mind control needs the attack, needs the opportunity. DY has an ultra kill with the unstoppable. This is like the Burning Crusade. Mind control, where is your attack? Where is your stun? The ultimate sends him back up again. Mind control's now the one being attacked back at the base. But VG Gaming, they committed every single buyback they've got, and there's no one else to come back. It's literally Warlock versus the world. And he may go down. Here comes Koro, but he doesn't see him. He actually hits the stun though, inside the trees. The Glimmer Cape will wear off in a second. GH, he's got to check the trees. He's got to look for DY. Mid lane's being pressured in the meantime as well. They're attacking the tier 3 towers. Now DY trapped out. There's no one there from VG Gaming. They are all gonna be dead if DY will finally bloody die.
Weeha's going for the throne.
He's TPing back. Weeha, what's Puck got? He picked up a Desolator. He's going for the Dream Call. He just wants to hit DY inside the fountain. He gets the kill. They're all down for the count. Liquid, they're gonna try and end this one. Buy back anything you've got. Get to the front lines. The tier 4 towers. It's a rock sale. They all must go.
It was one attack, Toby. The Lina attack was mid-air. It would have killed Phoenix and Puck with no buyback. Instead, they're still alive. They win the game.
Team Liquid fight back and give us a decider. The last major for the DPZ season. And we're style. 2 amazing teams. Fantastic strategies from both sides, but only one can win that game. And it could have been either way.
Oh my God, it's a... You can hear the crowd, man. They've been here all damn day. They've been waiting for something like this.
Even with VP out, you're hearing chants going for both sides. VG and Liquid. Everyone's here to see some fantastic Dota, and everyone's got what they came for.
And this is what I love about Team Liquid. I don't care how big your lead is.